Hi, this is Dr. Kathleen Hallinan, and we are continuing our weight loss vlog. So today I was asked a question about addressing the problems with hormone changes and trying to lose weight. For women, this becomes very difficult, so women, if you're suffering from this, I'm going to give you some suggestions on strategies to help. And men, if you're listening to this and you have a woman who's struggling with this, maybe this will give you some more understanding. So here we go. One of the problems with weight, and we'll call it PMS, and also premenstrual dysphoric disorder, these are two entities that kind of overlap and are very close to each other. Women who are struggling with weight and obesity tend to have more PMS, and then PMS certainly makes it more difficult to lose weight. So you have this kind of chicken and the egg phenomenon. There was a phone study that was done in Virginia asking women who had BMIs over 30 if they had PMS or not, and women who have a BMI over 30 have 3 times the incidence of PMS. So premenstrual dysphoric disorder, which is like PMS only a lot worse, have all of these, and I just only wrote down the mental part of it, the thought effects of premenstrual dysphoric disorder. Fluid retention is like the last one. I just put that there to remind me that there are obviously the physical entities, fluid retention, breast tenderness, things like that, but premenstrual dysphoric disorder and PMS generally have all of these, but just to what degree they are. So more depressed, mood swings, impulsivity makes your diet very difficult to stick to, and your exercise very difficult to stick to, obviously, because that's when you kind of think, oh, what the, forget it. I'm just going to go have that ice cream because who cares? Or self-deprecating thoughts. I'm not worth it. I can't do it. I'm not good enough. Do you find that those thoughts worsen when you have these hormone fluctuations? That is an effect of your neurotransmitters. And sometimes once you even just have that insight that, hey, this is my brain chemistry, that's not what's real, I can talk myself out of this, at least you kind of start to realize that this is your brain chemistry. It's not true. It's just your hormones are tricking you. People have more of a sense of hopelessness, so I'm not going to succeed, those things. And it makes the attempts at weight loss very difficult. So what can you do about it? So on the biochemical side of things, not to get too confusing, but the punchline is that most of this is felt to be related to progesterone and its metabolite called allopregnenolone. Don't worry about that. But the punchline is that actually serotonin goes down in your brain, and serotonin is the neurotransmitter, which it means the chemical in your brain that talks between the nerve cells. Serotonin is the one that makes you feel like you got this. You're in control. Things are good. You're motivated, you're secure, you're all those confidence things that go through your head, that self-talk, that's all serotonin. And when serotonin dips, you get all this. So what can you do about this? Well, this is one of the reasons why bupropion, which is an antidepressant, is in one of the weight loss medications. Bupropion is one of the antidepressants that is very good with pushing you gently toward weight loss. It increases serotonin, and I would recommend that if you're not already on that or a different antidepressant maybe that works better for you, Lexapro is a good one that does not generally cause much in the way of weight gain, that you get your thoughts at least evened out with a very low dose of an antidepressant. If you're already on one, the next step becomes, can you increase the dose for the week to week and a half prior to your cycle? And absolutely you should be able to do that. If I would talk to your provider about the option of doing that, and if they agree that it's a good strategy that you might want to think about, then that's something that you can do. You can nudge the dose up a week and a half before you get your cycle, and then after you get your cycle, after you have your period, you can go back to your prior dose for the next 2 weeks. So you can play around with the dosing. If you want to look for more natural strategies, the building block for serotonin is this big long name right here, L5-hydroxytryptophan. and its cofactor is vitamin B6. And yes, you can buy this in the vitamin section of most stores. So this you can take, and you're basically, instead of blocking the reuptake of serotonin within the space between the cells, which is what the SSRIs do, the antidepressants, if you take this, this is basically giving yourself the building blocks for serotonin up front. You're kind of front loading your brain, saying, here's more building blocks, let's see if you can make more serotonin. And as you have more serotonin, serotonin generally helps your sense of well-being. And you know that when you feel confident and you have that mental state like, okay, I'm not overwhelmed, that you tend to be more successful, right, with just about everything, but especially with staying on your diet, with being motivated to go exercise, all of these factors. So don't be afraid to talk to your primary care provider about nudging your antidepressant, or you can try the over-the-counter version. Again, I would do it under the guidance of your provider. And if you have further issues, then the next step would be to definitely go see either an endocrinologist or gynecologist about the options of hormone therapy, but that gets a lot more complex, and sometimes those things can have a little weight gain associated with them. So, but if the mental side of it is too distressing, then that's an option. So I hope this has been helpful for you, for anyone suffering from this, because it's very distressing for people, and it really makes it very difficult to stay on your routine, on your weight loss routine. So you guys have been great. You're doing a wonderful job, and keep up the good work as always. I appreciate the feedback and the questions, and as I get them, I will try to answer them. Okay? Thank you.